Hi, this is Cal Ripken Jr., and you're listening to the ML Sports Platter.
Back with you, the ML Sports Platter. It's all over Spotify, Google Podcasts, and Apple Podcasts. Also grab it on the Podbean app and Stitcher, as well as YouTube and Tumblr. We are presented by Bryant and Stratton College. Log on to bryantstratton.edu for more, and check out the 2-year and 4-year degree options if you're eligible for financial aid. And look, you might be coming out of high school or 20 years after the fact, looking to change your job industry and all the rest, and the place to go is Bryant and Stratton. They have nearly perfect placement. The place is incredible. The momentum rolling right now. The athletic programs, they're adding women's basketball. Across the board, Bryant and Stratton College is a wonderful place to be. The official college and title sponsor of the ML Sports Platter. And of course, visit bryantstratton.edu and follow them all over social media to find out everything going on with the school. Well, right now, it's an absolute delight to actually bring in a student athlete of Bryant and Stratton College, someone I've been looking forward to talking with for a long, long time. Super successful, both academics and athletics. Let's bring in Brooke Laukitis to the ML Sports Platter. She's going to chat about her athletic career and all the momentum at Bryant and Stratton College. Brooke, a pleasure to have you. Welcome in.
Thank you for having me.
Let's start out with just, your background, how you ended up at Bryant and Stratton College, and, kind of get in from there into your athletic and academic career with the Bobcats.
Alrighty. Well, I did my first 2 years of college at Cayuga Community College, where I played soccer for them as well. And then I ended up taking a year off. And then during that year off, I was contacted by Coach Alex to come in for their trial. And I went to the trial, and I just absolutely loved the school. I loved the atmosphere. I loved the helping hands and how everyone was so excited for the program. And I really just fell in love with it and started from there.
So one of the things that I've talked with a lot of people, at Bryant about, as we've been kind of partnered up here for the better part of a year plus, is just how, there's layers of momentum, going on where the men's basketball program starts, and now it's women's basketball, and then they have a new director of soccer operations, and and then the other sports are flourishing, and there's more degrees now, and there's more options now. Do you feel that momentum at the school?
Yes, absolutely. That was one of the things that just encouraged me to go to the school as well, is when you come, there's such electricity between the athletics program, and you can just tell between our great athletic staff just how much they're pushing and building the program, and they've really made it a great place for athletes to come on, whether it's just building up our athletic program. There's so many other strong athletes here. It's generally just an honor to play alongside them, and they honestly push our success both on and off the field, whether that's through giving us mentors within the school to go on and check up on us to make sure we're balancing our school and athletic life to just our day-to-day basis. They really have just built an awesome program for us to come in, and you can feel that electricity and excitement.
We're talking to Brooke Laukitis with the Bryant and Stratton College soccer club. Really nice career, going all the way back really to your high school days in Auburn. I think you went to Finger Lakes Christian School. Is that right?
Yes, I did.
How early did you start the game? How early did you start playing and kind of kicking the ball around?
I actually had quite a late start compared to some of the other athletes in the program. I didn't start up until high school.
Really?
And then my high school was quite a small athletic program, so it was just the ability to be able to jump right in and start. And then from there, I just have had great coaches all along the way that have really just put the time in to growing me. And then even the summer before I came to Bryant and Stratton, Alex had got a hold of me and put me in with a club team he was in association with, so I already had the time to play and grow there too before I got to an even bigger college scale.
So I'm curious to know, are you, outside of playing the game, are you a fan of the sport? Do you watch World Cup, Euro? Do you watch the game?
Yes, absolutely.
You
And
do?
then I also
Okay.
coach as well. So
Okay.
I'm kind of eating, breathing, living soccer on a day-to-day basis.
What is the what's the end goal for you? When you're when you're done with the academic and athletic part at Bryant and Stratton, what do you 10 years from now, where do you hope you are?
I'm really hoping that I'm somewhere within the finance community as a manager of a bank or something along those lines. And this is actually my last semester now, so those
Sure.
questions are starting to become quite real and evident to me. So
Goes fast, doesn't it?
yes, it absolutely does.
Yeah, no doubt. What's the one thing, Brooke, that you'd like to tell people who are looking at Bryant and Stratton College, trying to make that tough decision, to go there, whether they're coming out of high school or, just a few years later that they're looking to change job professions? What's the one thing they need to know?
I just think that to come in, obviously open-hearted, because college is a brand new experience for everything or for everyone, but I just think Bryant and Stratton is such a great place for that. They have so much job readiness and preparation between mock interviews to actually having an internship with a real life breathing company. It just gives you so much readiness for the workplace. And I have an internship this summer in London actually, but
Wow.
I've just felt like I've been so well prepared all along the way. With the other program I'm going through, they're like, oh, do you have a resume? Do you have all of this? And every single step along the way, they've just been like, oh, this has been awesome. This is perfect. You seem so prepared. You can do an interview really well. And it's just been thanks to Bryant and Stratton. Like they do such a good job just preparing and giving you the information you really need.
Yeah, preparation and placement, when you get out too, for a lot of things that are specialized, depending on the 2 or 4 year degree. We're talking with Brooke Laukitis, the senior defense player for the Bobcats here on the ML Sports Platter, and Bryant and Stratton College, of course, a proud title sponsor and official college of the platform. What would you say is your highlight as a soccer player at Bryant?
There's been so many great games, but I would honestly say it was this year against the ESF. They've constantly just been just one of our just highest competitions every year. It's just been a battle between them. We went into double overtime against them this year. And just at the last minute, we had a corner just sneak into the goal, and we won. And we'd had almost an identical game to it the year prior against them, and we lost. So it was just a great capstone in my time at Bryant and Stratton. It was just awesome to really feel like you've seen the program grow, and then you've been able to beat just a really tough and competitive opponent as well. So it was a monumentous moment for us. We were freaking out, so it was awesome.
When you have your internship, you're gonna go over to London, and obviously we know that England is soccer. It's the royalty of the sport and all the rest, and it's like that. Yeah. Everywhere in Europe. I was in Barcelona 3 years ago on my honeymoon, and they love it there. I can't even tell you the amount of Messi jerseys I saw. Europe's a different ballgame than America, as you know. We have so many choices, and soccer isn't the NFL. It's not college football. It's not the NBA. But there is still a lot of popularity there. If you go in the middle of the World Cup and you go to any bar in any mid-level market, or gosh, if it's even New York or Boston, forget about it. It's wall to wall. There's still a decent amount of people who love the sport. There's a lot of people who are transplanted, who live in the U.S., who are from international soil, who love the sport. But where are we as Americans with this sport? Not necessarily those who are from Spain or from Ireland or from England, who now live in the United States. What about us as Americans and the popularity and the growth of the sport? Where are we going, do you think, Brooke?
Yeah, I think we're actually in such a cool time to be in the middle of the soccer community, because it is so up and coming and growing, and I think it's such a cool time to come in. Just between from my starting days in high school of playing soccer, it was so small, no one really did. Guys were almost even picked on for playing soccer because it wasn't, America's sport. And now, you come and you look even 7-8 years later, and it's just the community has just grown, especially in Syracuse. It's such an awesome place between, the Utica FC, they've just moved up there or whatever. But between Utica and here, and SDA and all the club teams that they have growing here. It's just so awesome to be a part of it and see it growing and see the the soccer culture just growing. It's awesome, and I just think it's going to continue to grow, especially with the women winning the World Cup, last round in, and the World Cup coming up again for them. I think you're just going to see a massive explosion of soccer culture here in the United States.
I have one more for you, and it has to do with, the level that Bryant and Stratton plays at. And, some people get the idea that, well, D1's D1 and then there's everybody else in the competition. Well, D2's getting stronger. D3's getting stronger. Your level's getting stronger. Were you amazed over the last few years at seeing just how competitive it kept getting and how developed, the coach, the plans were, the playbooks, how intelligent coaches are, even at this level, not even a D1 soccer level or a D2, but at this level, there is still a lot of really good players and a lot of unbelievable competition and development. Did you sense that through your time, Brooke?
Absolutely. And like I said previously, it's honestly been an honor to play with the amazing talents that I've been able to play with and the people I've been able to meet because of it. And just even from the time I played at Cayuga to the time to here, some of those schools that we've played overlap, and just their program development as well. Switching programs, obviously you expect it to be a bit bigger, a bit stronger, a bit better, which Bryant and Stratton totally is. But even our competition, you can just see how such incredible coaches are coming onto staff and just building their programs and growing them. It honestly, I think soccer in 5 to 10 years is going to be just a totally different thing than it is today in every single division and sector of soccer, just because everyone is just growing so intensely as a program. It's just awesome to see.
And technically, too, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, there's, to add to that, with the growth and everything, it's a simple, for the most part, sport to play for our youth. I mean, it's not like hockey where you have to go out and buy tons of sticks, or if you're a goalie and the goalie pads, the expense of the hockey travel teams and all that. If you join your community soccer league, you have cleats, you have your uniform, and you have some shin pads, right?
Yeah.
And that's it, right? And maybe you buy a ball for the backyard and a little mini goal, but that's $400 or $500. It's not $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 annually,
Yeah, exactly. I mean, some club teams can get expensive, but if you're joining your youth soccer league, with your community or anything like that, I mean, even cleats, here in college we buy, really expensive cleats because, we care about the look and, the name and everything like that. But, I mean, you can get a pair of cleats for $25. Yeah. The entry fee to want to be a soccer player is very, very low.
Yeah, no doubt. Senior defense at Bryant and Stratton College. Terrific soccer career, an Auburn, New York native. Going to do big things in the future. Brooke Laukitis. Brooke, this was terrific. Thanks for jumping on, and wish you the best.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
A bright future indeed for that Bobcat, Brooke Laukitis. Appreciate her time. Don't forget to log on to BSC Bobcats. That's bscbobcats.com. for an array of scheduling and player stats and news and notes with Bryant and Stratton College. If you're in and around Central New York, they've got 2 great locations as well. Carling Road in Liverpool, right off Route 31, and of course the James Street location. There's also several other Bryant and Stratton College locations around the country. And again, you can find them at bscbobcats.com. And you can see the Wisconsin, Ohio, Albany, Buffalo, Virginia, Rochester programs there. And log on to bryantstratton.edu for a full listing of financial aid options. You can earn your degree. Classes are starting again soon. Scholarship and financial aid options available to those who qualify. Over 20 college degrees to choose from. And you can finish a 9-step questionnaire in terms of helping to get placed by Bryant and Stratton College. For every and in life, Bryant and Stratton College, the official title sponsor and college of the ML Sports Platter. Listen to this podcast on Spotify, Google Podcasts, and Apple Podcasts, as well as the Podbean app and Stitcher. And you can also catch it on YouTube and Tumblr. Hit me on Twitter at Mike L Sports. And as I always tell you, enjoy the games.